Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? It's Platinum City Gaming Live. What's up, Andre?
What's going on, my brother?
Not much, my man. It's another wonderful Monday. Well, kind of wonderful. I mean, we got some sad news, but it's kind of wonderful Monday because it's a Monday, but kind of sucks because of the sad news. So, but Chris isn't here today yet. He might still get back into us. I don't know what's going on, but hopefully everything's okay. So maybe he'll join us later on in the show. But for today, it's just me and Andre. But so for everyone that hasn't caught the news yet, which I'm sure everybody, if you're a big time gamer, you do know about it by now. The president of Nintendo passed away. Now, I tried asking Wifey what it was exactly that he passed away of, and because I didn't know really what it was, and she was just like, I don't know. She goes to school for nursing, so I don't know if that speaks badly of her, but I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Do you have an understanding of what exactly it is, Andre?
I have no idea. I just know that last year he missed the E3 because of it. He was having the same problems, and then this year it was like he didn't even go from what I know. I didn't even see if he ended up showing up or not, but I have no idea what it was.
I mean I know he's been sick for a while, and that was a big thing. Now the reason why I'm not saying his name because I don't want to butcher his name because I've never been able to say his name correctly, so I don't want to butcher it. But it's sad, dude, because he really, really, really is one of the biggest parts of Nintendo, and there's so many things he was a part of that, and Nintendo, we're such Nintendo fans. Let me see. It says it was later revealed that he was undergoing surgery to remove a tumor. So it was just a tumor in the bile duct. So
yeah, he. I was just about to say. I looked it up while I was talking, and it was cancer. He had cancer at 55, and that's how he was taken out. So that's real sad to hear, especially being only 55.
Yeah. And again, I know that the last year is where he missed it. Yeah, and that was due to the surgery that he ended up doing. So, but yeah, man, it's such a sad day for gamers. I mean, he was a big part of Kirby, Earthbound, Game Boy, Pokemon games. It's just anything that involved Nintendo. He was a major part of it. So it was sad day. So my interest is, we were talking last week, and it's unfortunate timing on our part because we bashed Nintendo so bad last week. But I mean, the history that he had a great history. He is not solely involved with the decisions of Nintendo, so I've never really put the blame on him. I've always put the blame on Nintendo as a company, as a whole, because the innovation of it and stuff. So it wasn't so much last week really bashing him. I think it's more bashing the Nintendo as a company and the ideas being not very well established.
And actually, I think we mentioned Regime, the other dude. Yeah, we never mentioned him at all. We know he was always a great person. We have no problems with him. I mean, he's responsible for Smash Brothers and all those too. So I mean, he was a great person. We have nothing to say against him.
Yes. Yeah.
It is a sad day. I've seen so many people on Facebook put rest in peace, and I respect them for respecting him. Because if you're a gamer, you should, no matter what, respect him. Cause this is a part of our history.
Oh man, my wall has been absolutely filled with messages, not messages, but just the rest in peace, like you said, and stuff. So it's a sad day, but I wonder what the next move is going to end up being from there, because is Reggie? I mean, Reggie's already where does Reggie technically stand as it is in his position? I think
Reggie. The thing about him, I haven't read nothing on him yet. I know they always put responses up on Twitter nowadays, but the thing I'm scared for is that if since he's gone, is if Reggie is the next person up, because if he's the next person up, then everything we said last week I'm gonna hold to, because he would do he would do a lot of not great things for Nintendo, because he already talks as if Nintendo is the best system hands down, and that's scary to me. So I'm kind of worried about that. That's what scared me the most when I heard of his death. When you messaged me that, I was like, oh man, the first person that popped up in my mind was, oh man, we're gonna get someone reckless, because at least the previous Nintendo president, I don't really want to say his name because I don't want to mess it up, but at least Iwata, he had everything scheduled for them, and he respected the other systems. Regime is more of a different style. He's more like, we're here to take competitors' heads off, which that's fine, but if you're not doing nothing with it, that's what worries me. And my cousin was saying the same thing, because he loves Nintendo, and he's worried about Regime too. So
yeah, it's scary. It makes you wonder what's going to happen coming up. I mean, other than that, in the game industry, that one really kind of hit the world hard, in as far as like the people that are big fans and stuff. So, yeah. I mean, I know when I found out, I was struck, and I was like, no. I'm like, no. So I started looking it up more, because sometimes you see the fake deaths and stuff like that. So I really, So I'm looking around, and I was just like, no way. And Nintendo made an official release statement and stuff. So I wonder if they're gonna do anything special for him, like maybe make like a game thing.
Maybe make a better system.
That could be a start. That could be a start. That's too funny.
Yeah, definitely rest in peace to him, man. Because this ain't to say disrespect, but I believe if it was a PlayStation or Xbox person that passed, it wouldn't be as impactful, because this guy was Nintendo. Like, I mean, he helped so much with Nintendo, and he's been there for old generation and new. And even I seen young people putting on Facebook, rest in peace to him. Like, we don't wish death on anybody, but I think his was someone that almost even my mother knew who he was. Like, she was like, oh, the Nintendo president passed, and I'm like, how did my mother know? And she's only 2 years younger, so I'm like, that's crazy that my mom even knew. And it's shocking, man. It was a sad thing to see last night, and a hard thing to wake up to this morning.
Yeah. For on the flip side, I don't want to make this whole show that, because I don't want to kind of damper things. But so other than that, a lot of leaks for Comic-Con this week. Comic-Con this week, which it just shows you what day and age we are in. I know we don't usually ever talk comics on the show, but I think we might do that today, because there's just a lot of good stuff. Comics and video games almost come hand in hand. So there's just a lot of exciting things that I want to really kind of talk about within the show. I'm wondering if I should play the video. No, I won't play the video. So a lot of leaks of trailers and stuff. One which being Batman versus Superman, which was like... No, they have a good quality one. Yeah, they had a good quality one. Shocked. Absolutely shocked.
I'm shocked. I'm beyond belief. Oh, go ahead, man.
I was just gonna say I'm hyped. I'm hyped. First thing I thought of when I seen it was first movie I thought of was Watchmen. It had very Watchmen-like qualities to it. That vibe. Yeah, when he went and he stopped the what was it, spaceship, when he was the spaceship was blowing up, and how it was blowing up. I don't know if they were just making the effects for the trailer. You know what I mean? Like slowing things down, if that's how the movie... But it looked very animate-ish. When Batman and Superman were fighting on the building, when Superman was shooting his laser at the buildings and the buildings were blowing up and stuff. I thought that was very Watchmen-ish. it looks awesome. It looks really, really good. Not that I thought the movie was going to be bad, but just the casting. I'm just like, they're overdoing the casting. Usually when they do stuff like that, it ends up becoming corny. But it seems like they might do this one right. I'm really, really impressed with the trailer. I do like what they showed. It looks like they have the feel of Superman Apocalypse, which was during the time where they show like a glimpse of the future, and Superman killed. It was another dimension, and Superman kills Lex because Lex goes too far, and Superman actually had to kill Lex. And then after he killed Lex, it was just he turned a whole new leaf, and he became really like power oriented. For those who don't know their comics, and it looked like it kind of had that feel to it, like they took a glimpse of the future, and I think that's what it would be. I don't think that's what the future's going to be. I think they're making it like, oh, this is the glimpse of the future. You know what I mean? So, and then they showed Batman in his desert suit, and they showed Superman's army and fighting Batman. So I'm very, very interested in where they're going with this.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that has me hyped is hold on, my thing is like delayed.
I heard you for a second.
There's like a super delay in this.
All right, I can hear you now.
All right, you can hear me now?
Yeah, yep.
All right, I was gonna say that a lot of people, and I was one of those people that were real skeptical with Ben Affleck at first because I hated Daredevil. But one thing that I thought of, because I understand a lot of people love the Batman movies that with Christian Bale, and I do like the Joker. I think it was the best Joker ever with Heath Ledger. I didn't like the rest of the Batman movies because I feel like he mastered like this dude is pretty much a ninja. And I feel like all the movies they made, they never made him the way he's supposed to be. Now that Ben Affleck's playing him, and he has training, he did do martial arts, he is doing a lot of his own stunts. I feel like this is going to be the most fighting we've ever seen Batman do. Not even with just Superman, in general. I think this is going to be the most fighting action we've seen Batman have in a long time, and I'm really excited for that. Especially just from the trailer, I can see that he's going to be fighting like a lot of hand-to-hand combat in this one.
No, I agree. I did see that, and I was actually kind of taken back from that because I think that's something that they took a little bit away from the Batman movies. They didn't show him really fighting as much. It was just swooping up, scaring people, taking people. You know what I mean? Like, it was very quick.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I don't want to say they didn't show fighting because they did show fighting, but just not. Batman is very strategic with everything, but Batman's heavily involved with fighting. And I did see that a lot in the trailer, so I'm very interested in where they're going to go with that. And I'm wondering how they're going to work this Superman anti-suit.
I know, that's crazy, and like there's going to be kryptonite somehow in that.
There's no way
he's just going to go fist to fist with him.
Oh, of course.
And according to comics, they're going off of that. Then obviously we know. But the thing that was crazy to me about the trailer too was seeing Wonder Woman and seeing all these other people. I'm like, I didn't expect them to be in this movie. It's almost like a little Justice League intro. To be honest, I mean, I was real shocked at that. I don't know if you knew, but I didn't know anything about that.
Didn't know about what? The Wonder Woman?
Yeah, like Wonder Woman being in it.
Oh, Wonder Woman's in it, Cyborg's in it, Aquaman's in it.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
I believe the Flash is supposed to be in it, and I believe
I heard about that.
Yeah, I believe they did make a cast for it. I've been following it heavy, but now there's so much stuff being thrown all over the place from everything. So, have you seen the Apocalypse X-Men trailer yet?
I was just about to look up a snippet to try to find that because I have not seen it yet.
I don't know how I feel.
It doesn't look that great right now.
It's not that doesn't look good. What it is for me is I am one of the biggest X-Men fans. Like, not saying biggest out of everyone else. I'm huge. X-Men was my favorite comic growing up out of all comics.
Yeah.
X-Men and the Hulk. And the X-Men series, I've read them all. I've read them all the dimensions, all the generations. I've read them all and huge into them. And the Apocalypse series of all the X-Men's were like probably one of my favorites, so I was really looking forward to this movie. And no spoiler, I promise. The X-Men of Futures Past was really done good only because of the end. To me, the X-Men movie franchise, has been a nightmare for X-Men fans. Like,
oh god,
a nightmare. When we want to talk about the contradictory of every single comic that was ever existed, they did it. They broke all the rules. They completely made up their own stories with almost everything. It was very frustrating. And with that being in mind, I think First Class was one of the first X-Men movies I liked in a very, 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 like, out of the whole entire series. And then Futures Past fixed everything before First Class.
Which was smart.
Right.
That was the smartest move ever.
Completely fixed everything, right? And now they do this, and they screwed it all up again. Like, if you got to research the story and where they're going with this, and it's very, very frustrating. Jubilee is not the same age as everyone else.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's just... I don't know. I don't like where it's going, but I'm gonna wait. With the X-Men movies, I'm used to where they are, like as far as them screwing it up and not being a part of the story. So I just kind of like, now I'm going to watch it to see a new story, and that's kind of how I've taken the X-Men now. It's just they created their own story apart from the comic books, which is very, very frustrating because it's not that it's even better than the comic. If it was better than the comic books, then I wouldn't be so frustrating. But
exactly.
But that's why I'm waiting to see what they do with this, because I've already accepted it's not the comic story. So yeah.
Did they show Apocalypse in the trailer?
Yes, a lot too.
Did he look good? Like, did he actually?
He didn't look like he didn't look like the Apocalypse, but he looked kind of cool. I mean, the quality's bad because it's camera. So it's not the real one. So that's why I'm kind of waiting. Like, it was very hard to see, and the guy was really being secretive about it. So, but yeah, it's. I'm waiting the whole judgment until I see the other one. But something that happens in the trailer is Professor X looks like he's going to become one of the Horsemen. And the reason why I say is because his eyes turned black, and he's talking about how powerful he is.
Yeah.
No. If they have him turn into...
They better not do that.
If they have him turn into one of the Horsemen, I'm going to be very, very upset.
Yeah, that would be horrible.
Yeah, so what... Again, I'm going to hold judgment. I'm not going to...
We'll wait. You know me and you. We'll wait and see and dissect it, you know?
But we'll see. Suicide Squad. Wow. Have you watched that one yet?
Yeah, I'm not too hyped for it.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm excited for it because I think the trailer did it justice. Getting the pictures and stuff, I was greatly disappointed when I was seeing things. I wasn't disappointed, but I took a sigh when I seen the Joker at first. I'm like...
Yeah. He looks insane. He looks insane in the new trailer.
Right, yeah, and... As long as they have that mentality where he's... The reason why I love the Joker is because he's that crazy guy that makes so much sense. And but that's what makes him crazy, is because he makes sense out of everything. And he takes the world and just turns it upside down and says, oh yeah, well, you saying the world looks like this? Well, I can flip it and rotate it and tell you that the world's this. And you'll look at it and believe, but that's why he has so many followers, because that's what makes him dangerous. Because what he's saying is the truth. It's the twisted truth. It's the negative way of looking at everything. But who says that the way that Batman looks at everything is the right way? You know,
exactly.
Him and Batman are completely similar, and that's why I've always loved. Out of all comic books. Villains, the Joker, as I gotten older, has become my favorite villain. All of them.
I think Joker is the most defined villain of all time. Mm-hmm. Every other villain's a come and go, or they die, they maybe come back. But Joker's that person where it's like, you know, he's not dying legit. Like he in Arkham Knight, it starts off with him dead, but you just don't know if he's coming back. You know, it messes with your mind the whole time because he's such an influence on Batman and I agree with you on that, and I think that might be what my problem with the new trailer is. I feel like this guy is gonna try so hard to be the Joker, and a lot of times, like Heath Ledger, when he took that role on, it's almost close to impossible to match it. Like I don't know what you can do to match that role. Like he made me believe and actually have fear that there could be someone out there like that.
Yeah.
This guy, I need more because one thing they did with the trailer, they only showed him the last few minutes and he looks like a punk rocker, but I mean I gotta see more. And the one thing I did like about the Suicide Squad trailer, because I'm a huge Will Smith fan, I always have been, he looks like he has a major big like impact on this movie. It looks like they're gonna have a lot of focus on him for what it showed in the trailers. So I'm actually excited about that, and I hope he gets that mask on more though, because he barely had the mask on in the trailer.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what's going to happen. Very interested. He looks like he's going to play a very crucial role. But it seems like I'm wondering how they're going to intertwine, because it looks like they're going to. I wonder how they're going to intertwine this with the timeline. Are they going to relate this with the Batman series that's already started, or the Batman series that's going in now? With this being said, I wonder if Jared's going to end up showing up in Superman versus Batman.
That would be cool, because I heard people saying that. I actually heard so many people saying that.
Because it's Ben Affleck that's playing Batman in the Suicide Squad. So, and from the looks of it,
cool.
All right, ready? I'm gonna blow your mind here for a little bit, right? You ready? You following along with this one?
Well, I'm listening.
Okay, so what I've caught in the trailers for Batman versus Superman, Batman's older. Is that kind of to go with? Because if you look at him, he kind of
because
he's got gray hair,
little facial hair.
Yeah, yep.
He has little facial hair. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It looks like he's been retired for a while, because a couple comments that were said during the trailer saying, where's Batman? Blah blah blah. This is because of you.
He said that. He actually, man, it's funny you said that, because he said that at Comic-Con when they were asking him, and they asked him for the role, and they said, we need someone to be an older Batman. He's like, well, I guess I'm making a joke out of it. He said, I guess I'm an old retired actor or whatever.
Yeah.
So they picked him. So that would make sense on how big he got, because he's huge. This is the biggest Batman's ever been. It would make sense if he's pretty much going off of Christian Bale, basically saying, I retired, I got big, this and that. That would make sense.
Yeah.
That would make a lot of sense.
So, all right, if that's what they're going with, right? Batman in the last Batman series, the last Batman movie, he stopped being Batman because that was it. So he faked his death and whatever. So it makes you wonder: are they going to break off from that, and are they going to carry that over here? But if they do that, right? Is the Joker in the Suicide Squad going to be something that happened before? See, but that timeline doesn't make sense, because even then, if they were to do that, the Joker was created during the time of the Batman movie, so Batman didn't know about him, and then he found out. So that doesn't make sense. That wouldn't link up together. So
I think it would make more sense if like this Joker is pretty much, because the one that Heath Ledger played, I got to think back, because I don't remember him dying in that movie at all.
A new Joker?
I mean. Yeah, like the one that Heath Ledger was.
Yeah,
I don't.
No, but like the one that Jared is now, maybe being like a new one, like saying, "Oh yeah, now this is what happens," and it like the Joker.
That would kind of make sense.
Yeah, like he's not because we never learned who he was.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. We never learned anything about him, so
yeah,
they could easily play off that.
Yeah, that would be a smart idea. That would make more sense. I definitely agree that he will be in, even if it's a 2-minute, 3-minute appearance. I definitely, because you've seen symbolism of Joker in the new trailer
a few times.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's Joker's in it, and if he's not in it, then it's going to be something that leads up to him, or it's going to be one of those when the movie's over, you see Jared Leto or something come out and do something.
Okay. By chance, did you get your hands on Gears of War 4?
No, Gears of War 4, the beta comes out the day Gears of War, the day the Gears of War Ultimate Collection, Gears of War 4 is supposed to come out for beta.
All right, no, just curious, because I just seen it flashed flash in the corner of my eye. So,
trust me, you know when I do that, I'm gonna let you know. And by the way, the Ultimate Collection will only be part 1, which is kind of sad news for me, but it will only be part 1.
Oh, but all right. So so I'm excited for those movies. I think it's very crucial for DC to come out with good movies because it needs to challenge Marvel. For Marvel to be able to still produce good movies. We've already been down that boat when the industry on any industry is one-sided, people tend to get lazy and tend to slack because there's no competition. But not just that, it's the fans don't push for more. They're not like, well, they did this, so very interested, very excited. We all know, me and you are both huge Marvel fans, but more importantly, we're comic book fans. So
and Van, let me please, I don't know, I just have to say this real quick. What gets me mad about people, me and you talked about this, is when people that are DC fans think that we don't like DC or something. It's just like a game system.
Yeah.
We love any hero. We love any hero. We love any comic book. I love Superman is one of my favorite heroes ever. Mm-hmm. But if there's a fan out there of DC, like my friends are, that say that DC all of a sudden is like the best because they're coming out with a movie and all we see is a trailer,
they slow down.
You got to be realistic, man.
Yeah.
Marvel's been doing this for years. Now, you're just getting into the game, youngin. You can't just act like DC's all of a sudden hot.
Yeah, no.
They just started getting on the ship. You can't. Come on, man. That gets me so heated. Man.
Actually, we had somebody in our in the group for the comic book group. And I didn't even bust on him. I just knew he was just I was just like, whoa. First of all, the movie hasn't even come out yet. It's the trailer. Relax a little bit. Take a step back. Like, this is the trailer. Like, they are like 12 movies behind Marvel. Relax. Relax, DC fans, please. I'm not taking anything away from the movie, but Jesus.
That was the comment. That was the status I commented on because I couldn't believe that it wasn't like he just said, "Great job, DC. We're happy you're coming out." He said something like,
"Watch out,
Marvel, you're done."
Yeah,
like Marvel, you're done. Like, are you kidding me? Because of one good movie? Even if the movie's a 10 out of 10, it's one movie.
Yeah. It's like, how many Batmans did y'all have to fuck up to get this point? Like, really? Like, seriously? But
Iron Man hasn't been rebooted. Captain America hasn't been rebooted. Thor hasn't been rebooted. So I mean, they're working fine. So.
Yeah, exactly. How many times has Batman been rebooted? Like, Jesus Christ. I mean, think about it though. Like, how many movies has, now speaking Marvel Entertainment, not Marvel Entertainment, how many movies has Marvel Entertainment fucked up on? Iron Man was 1, 2, and 3. All great movies. Captain America, both awesome on their third.
Especially 2.
Yeah. Marvel, Thor. First one.
First one was kind of. That's one of the movies you could say, okay, that was not a good movie.
Yeah.
But 2 made up for it.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Definitely 2 was definitely really good. First one was. You can debate. That's
mediocre.
Yeah, that one's a debatable, but I think it's because Thor's story is so boring that even in the comic books, it's very hard. I'm not saying it sucks or anything like that because Thor's got some very good storylines, but not solo storylines. So he's a very good person that you add on to other stories. But again, I'm not shitting on his comics because his comics are competitive later on years, the later years. But I mean. Okay, I guess you can say Hulk, but I love the Hulk movie, so that doesn't. But
the second one was great. Like the one when he fought Abomination. Mm-hmm. That was one of the best fights I've ever seen in a movie. So,
Daredevil. Was that Marvel Entertainment? That was
that is Marvel, and I don't know if it's Marvel Entertainment, but it's definitely Marvel, and it was horrible.
Yeah, I don't think that was Marvel Entertainment though. So
I don't either.
But
I don't either.
But I mean, just DC fans, relax, okay? Now, the one thing I give you is DC has made such a charge on TV. And I think
they own TV.
I think they made a footprint into it, and I think they need to keep going with that. But I think what would bring them up a step more is if they were able to take the characters from the TV series and bring them into the movies.
I was just going to ask you, are they doing that?
No.
Because if they're not doing that?
No. As of right now, no. As far as I know, the Arrow has nothing to do with any of the DC movies that are coming out, and the Flash is a completely different actor. So, but the Flash, they can play with that because there are different generation Flashes, so they could still. Again, I'm waiting until the movie comes out because that could be one of those things that they want to save, and then all of a sudden you're watching a movie and it's that one that you get to yell out loud in the movie theaters and someone's pissed like, oh my god, did you just see that? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So because there's so much about these movies that are being released now that I'm starting to fear for the movies because with the first, with the Avengers, first and second, like, you heard shit. You know what I mean? Like, you heard nothing. The second one was the only one that they let things start to get kind of carried away. I really wish they didn't show the Hulkbuster. I wish they showed a remnant of the Hulkbuster to be like, is that the Hulkbuster? Yeah. So that way, when the movie came, you were like, yes. But I think they let out too much, and I think that's why the movie didn't do as much of a wow factor as the first one. I loved it. I mean, I thought it was great. I thought it was equal to the first one, me personally.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I agree, Van. I think nowadays that they because they put so much in trailers now, it kills it. Like it's like that Hulkbuster fight. The sad part about it was the Hulkbuster fight was the best part in Avengers 2.
Oh, it was definitely.
If you're gonna do a fight that. Yeah, if you're gonna do a fight that epic, don't show us that. Like, don't. And they got to the point where they were showing us almost about 5 minutes of the fight on previews on different programs.
Yeah.
It got kind of annoying, and it was like, I love the fact that I see this, but when I go watch at the movie, I'm gonna get a little pissed off.
Yeah,
and that's exactly what happened.
Yep,
that's exactly what happened.
Another movie they didn't show really anything about was Guardians of the Galaxy. You really seen anything about it, and that's what was getting me more excited about the movie. I'm like, Jesus Christ, they're not showing anything. And that's when I went to see the movie, like, I fell in love with it. Like, it was brand new.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
Right.
It keeps your mind fresh.
Right, exactly. So I know as a fan it's frustrating because you want to see it, and you don't get to see it. So, but I'm looking forward to that. So, but that's it about the comics. We'll break from that. Even though we talked a lot about it, it's very exciting. I love Comic-Con week, and this one was the best one out of all of them because they released so much stuff came out. It was ridiculous. But did you see the better quality version of the Suicide Squad?
I watched the HD version.
The HD one.
HD trailer.
You know why that came out, right? Because the other one leaked out, and the company was so pissed. If you go on their Facebook page, they're so pissed off that it leaked out that they released the new one, because of the fact that they said they didn't want the bad quality to be affected. Because people were watching it in bad quality, and they didn't want that to be judged on them.
All of them should do that. I mean, every trailer that got leaked, they should do that with every single one of them. I know they're heated, but the trailers are going to come out. A lot of times, I think they plan on saving them for the Super Bowl. That's like their TV spot.
Right.
Michael Bay actually said one time when Transformers got leaked out, he was going to actually like cancel the movie. That's how mad he got. Like, he was like, I wish I had the power to cancel the movie because this was supposed to be for the Super Bowl, and that's when they make their most money. So I can understand the frustration, but hey. What do you think's going to happen? I mean, there's a whole bunch of geeks there. We want footage, and people gave it to us.
Yep. I mean, it sucks, but hey, we seen it, so.
We didn't talk about the best trailer of the whole Comic-Con, though, yet.
The best trailer? Which one was the best trailer? Oh, you talking about Heroes?
Huh? No, Heroes is gonna be dope. But
I got super pumped when I seen that. I was like,
I can't wait for Heroes, man.
But the only reason why is because they're starting it right off where they left, and I'm like, thank you.
Exactly, and
Thank you.
To do that when they come back.
Yeah, because they kept talking about it being like reborn, and then they were like saying it's like a reboot, but they didn't know where they were gonna go with it. And I'm just glad they showed Mecha, they showed Hero, they showed the Mecha one was what blew my mind. You know, I mean, Mecha is what blew my mind, but what trailer was the best one?
I'm talking about Deadpool, man.
Oh, I knew there was one I was forgetting, dude.
Deadpool, man, Deadpool. Oh my.
Rated R. That is
R.
That is awesome. That's all I got to say. That's all that matters at the end of the day. It was rated R.
I know.
And they show a sex scene in it too.
I know, which is crazy, man. I mean, let me just say this though. And this is scary to say, but I'm gonna have to say it because I looked up statistics.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Reynolds doesn't sell movies. No movie he's ever made has been his movies flop. If you look at it, the only movie he ever had that was a seller was The Proposal. Can you believe that?
Really?
The Proposal. Yes, his movies, R.I.P.D., Turbo. I can go down the line forever.
R.I.P.D. sucked. Yeah, that one wasn't. Yeah. That one wasn't good. But I love him. I think he's funny as shit.
I like Ryan Reynolds too. But Green Lantern. I mean,
I see what you're saying.
His movies flop big time. Him and this dude named Taylor Kitsch, the one that was in Battleship and John Carter.
Oh yeah.
Their movies flop. They flop for some reason. And John Carter was a great movie, by the way.
Yes, I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah, underrated. But anyways. Deadpool has such a fan base that grew out of nowhere. Like Deadpool's always been around, but now people are really starting to love Deadpool. Like the people, I hear people say he's their favorite. That he's their favorite hero. People got the shirt now with Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
People make them their emblems online. Mm-hmm. But I'm scared because of Ryan Reynolds. But after a trailer like that, I don't know how it can fail.
Oh no, that's not gonna fail. That's not gonna fail.
Exactly,
no
especially
way.
Since it's rated R. I think that's gonna get comic book fans from all over to want to see it. I mean, the dude shot one bullet and it goes through three people's heads and it shows it split open. Like, man, that movie's gonna be insane.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And the one thing they did is they copied him to the T. The one thing that they're gonna have to do, and people are gonna probably be on the fence, but the real comic book fans of that is gonna love it if they see it. Is they have to stop every now and then and have him talk to us. Like the comics, you know what I mean? Because
he's known for that.
Because he was the only comic book character that was self-aware that he was a comic. No one else knew that. Yeah. So that was one of the characteristics that everyone kind of fell in love with him, was that he talked to you, like he talked.
That would be cool
to you, the reader. So I would love that because they did that in the trailer. If you caught on to that,
when he sniffed the gun, yeah. When
he's like,
I got touched.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna touch myself later on tonight. Like, I think that's perfect. I absolutely love that trailer. They picked the perfect actor for it. As soon as when they picked him for Wolverine, I already knew. I was like, yes, that's.
And Vic, can you please explain to people that this is not the first movie Deadpool's been in? A lot of people think this is his first. It's his first solo movie.
Yeah.
But he was in X-Men Origins, which a lot of people hated X-Men Origins.
Yeah.
He was in X-Men Origins.
Yep.
He talked in the beginning. You seen the personality coming out then.
Yep.
And then he got his mouth sealed.
Yep.
But at the end of the movie, and the credits ended, his mouth it had stitches, but it ripped open.
Yes.
So people are like, "How's he able to talk again if that's how?" And that's
he heals. That's his ability.
Exactly. So
yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
That one.
I think
I think I'm gonna see a couple. I think I'm gonna see that a couple times. That movie.
Oh yeah.
I think that's going to be the one that I see a couple times. I'm not the type of person to ever do that. I've never seen a movie more than once in a movie theater.
I haven't done that since Rush Hour 2 and Transformers 2.
Yeah, this will be the first movie I do it with. He wasn't my favorite comic book guy, but he'll definitely be one of my favorite comic book movies. I think hands down. I loved him. I loved him. But I didn't really appreciate him until I was much older because of how bad it was. But oh yeah,
do you think they'll add his teleportation in this, like how he teleports?
I don't know. I don't know.
I haven't seen it at all.
I'm very curious on what they're gonna add all together. You know, like, are they just gonna throw everything at once? Are they gonna show it? Because they're gonna make a part 2. There's not even a question. They're gonna make a part 2.
Yeah. Because we're not gonna see him in no Avengers or anything. So
my only thing that bothers me is Fox fucking owns it.
Exactly.
I
Which is
hate
always
that.
the worst thing, man. Fox is just the worst.
But all right. The one thing that we as comic book fans have wanted was Fox to lose the rights to what they've owned. It won't happen now. Not with Deadpool. Deadpool is going to kick them right back into where they should be. And is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. It depends.
Is the new Fantastic Four with Fox still, or
yes? Yep.
That's gonna help them out big time. The new Fantastic Four will help out Fox big time.
It looks good. But my whole thing is with the whole. Where do you stand? Do you want them to show up in the Avengers? And will they ever call a truce? I don't know.
The thing is, they have to fit Fantastic Four in there somehow. Like, you see what they just did with Spider-Man. They got a whole new guy. They got a whole new series they're working on. Spider-Man has to be in Captain America because he's a big impact in that movie.
Yep.
And same thing with Fantastic Four. They're huge in Avengers when they fight Thanos. I mean, they have to add. They have to. You know what I mean? They have to keep adding, like, even Ghost Rider and Blade. That's why when you put that thing up with Blade, I'm like, oh, I see what they're doing now. Blade has to be in Avengers too because he had a crucial part in that. I can go down the list. There's a lot of people they gotta get in Avengers 3. So and because it's a part 1 and a part 2, that makes even more sense.
Oh, of course, it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge. So there is little news in the video game world that I want to release. Did you see the character that they released for Street Fighter V?
No.
Ken. They released information on Ken.
Oh, finally, man.
But it's not the Ken that you're used to.
Right.
Completely different Ken. Let me see if I can get the video
Come on, man.
No, but you know what, though? I'm going to be the only one in the world that likes it because there's terrible backlash about it. But, dude, I'm going to be honest. I absolutely love it. I'm all for it. Let me see here.
Oh, I gotta see this. Ken's always been my favorite character ever in like Street Fighter.
Oops.
Oh man.
Let me see what I can do here. Sorry, everybody. Give me a minute. I'm going to remove that. Add a new one. Yeah, this is crazy. Oops. Damn it. Why is it being dumb? Remove screen capture. Let me make this a little bit bigger so that way everybody can see it.
Alright, let's see this, man.
Dude,
I'm scared. I'm honestly scared, man.
Like I said, I like it. I didn't see anything wrong with it. Oops. What the fuck? There we go. Full screen. Full screen for me. I can't see anything else but this, but that's okay. I don't mind.
Sure, you can.
I like it. You know what I mean? I don't hate it at all. All right, it's kind of weird, but here we go.
Oh, God.
did. Great.
What the heck is the complaint? What is it, the look?
I mean, yeah, because they're saying that he doesn't look the same. His style's different. It's not what it used to be. Because they broke away from the Raul style, so they wanted Raul to be the only one with that style. So they wanted to kind of give Ken the uniqueness, because I think that was the one thing about Ken and Raul that did bother me the most was they were the same fighter. I mean, they had their little bit differences, but at the end of the day, with the same fighter, it was just different suits technically. So I really like what they did with Ken with this. Was they were like, hey, you know what? Why don't we say something happens with Ken where Ken's like, you know what? I need to break off, and I'm going to improve my style, and I'm going to change myself. The way he looks, they changed even the way he looks. He's still got the red pants, but they're like, you know what? He wears a new outfit because he learns a new style. You know, I think he looks quicker. He looks more agile. I love the kicking ability, and that's a huge part of my fighting. Is I love a guy or a person with good kicks. So Ken was one of my favorite characters in the franchise. He's my favorite character in the franchise, and I couldn't use him in Street Fighter 4. I just felt like he was too stiff, too Raul-ish, and I think that trailer got me more excited about getting ready to use him again. So I'm pumped for it. I can't wait for it. I'm pumped for it.
Well, you were the only person that didn't mind it. Now I'm joining you with that, because I can understand if there's been people that mastered Ken and they mastered everything. Like, I have cousins that play Street Fighter and what they're saying, but I mean, times increase, graphics. I mean, his kicking. Oh my! Like you just said, if you're a person that loves to kick, you're gonna enjoy the crap out of Ken. And it's about time they made him different. I might as well pick 2 Ryus and just change the color.
Right.
I mean, I think it's perfect, man. I have no complaints there. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, I'm excited. When I seen that, I was just like, whoa, it's a video game Woody right dope. There. But other than that, man, have you heard anything new in the video game world as far as that's worth talking about?
Nah, I mean, after E3, I think almost everything sat on the back burner for a little while until games come. It seems like everything's like, let's just take a little break for a while. I know Star Wars and Kingdom Hearts 3 will be showing next month. They will be giving full gameplay demos, almost like half an hour of them. Mm-hmm. That's something to get really excited for. That's not like the Disney thing they do every year. Mm-hmm. So that's something to be hyped for, especially if you're a Kingdom Hearts fan like I am. That's something to be excited for. And I do know that 2 other games for the one will show at Gamescom next month. Other than that, this month has been a slow month. After Arkham Knight and that Jurassic Lego game.
Yep.
Nothing really major this month. It's been a kind of a little vacation month.
Well, there's still a lot that we will talk about from E3. You know, we'll still break down a lot of the games because a lot of games we got to cover. But it was important, to cover the death of the president today. We went over Comic-Con, which to me was, huge. Comic books and video game fans, I think we have one world, so I think that was a pretty big deal to talk about. And that Street Fighter news. So next week we'll divide again into a couple of the games, and we'll break it down to the much as we possibly can. We'll give a game each person, so that way we can really get into it. So but other than that, man, I think that's it. I think we can end the show with that. I think that's a quick show today.
Pretty slow week, man.
Yeah.
Not too much.
Yeah, Comic-Con
was the greatest thing.
Yeah. Another awesome week for Smash Brothers. VP took over it by himself, but we had another 11 show up again, and we had a new champion for this week. Fatal lost this week, so we have a new champion.
To do that one, the other one lost this week?
Yep. Let me tell you who it was that won. I like to announce the winners.
Oh, that's cool, man. So I'm glad it's still being a big turn-based. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get a community started with Naruto Storm, because I think Storm is the type of game that people sleep on. Mm-hmm. But as far as fighting goes, I've actually found my cousin and me, he's actually got like 6 friends that play consistently. So we played a few matches online, and we pretty much drawed. Like I never seen a draw in Naruto in my life, and we drawed twice. So that lets me know that there's other consistent people out there with it. I want to get a league started for that.
Nice. Yeah, we can look into it and see what's going on. As long as I get people who come for it, man, which I think we could get. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
KC. So first place was KC. Second place was Pug West, and third place was X. So it was a great turnout. Like I said, we had 11 participate, and that's what we had the week before too. And this time we had half the people were new. More than half the people were new.
Oh wow! So if you get both of them halves together, oh lord.
Yeah. So good week. Good week. Everyone's really showing up for this. For anyone that's interested, this Saturday, well, we have another weekly Friday, all day. It's doubles start at 4:30, singles start at 6:30, and then Saturday it's Excelsior. I can never say it fast. Excelsior's monthly is this Saturday. Make sure you go down there and check them out. Excelsior Comic and Games. It's on our Facebook. It is. I don't think it is. 2:00. 2:00 is when everything starts. So Fatal will be going down there. JoJo and a couple other Smashes that have been to this one will be down there as well. So make sure you go check them out down here. But other than that, I think that's about it. Yeah, so I think that's how we'll end the show. But next week, check us out. We're going to go over some games. We'll post on Facebook what games we go over because I don't know yet. We'll go through what we haven't gone through yet. We've gone through No Man's Sky. Tomb Raider. I want to go through some of that. That looks really, really good. I seen the extended trailer not too long ago, and I'm just like, the extended gameplay, I was impressed. I was like, look at this.
It's mind blown with that game. Mind blown.
Yeah, so. But that's it for us this week. Make sure you check out Smash, Sudden Death Smash on Wednesday at 7 o'clock, and catch us next week at 7 o'clock as well. Actually, Sudden Death Smash is at 8, not 7. I apologize. So, but we'll catch you guys next week. Later.
Peace.